the way you are looking very relaxed today, as you are saying. So you are as a group and as a captain, and this is your first PSL experience.
I'm glad you think I look relaxed now. I didn't feel relaxed on the field. Felt like there's a lot of things going through my mind, and especially when we got on top, I knew this was a really nice surface, and you wanted to make sure that we kept tacking, kept putting pressure on. Yeah, I mean it's a big roller coaster for us. I think as a team we've certainly been entertaining. We've won big, we have lost big. We've had ups, we've had downs, but I think the confidence that we've got in our team and our lineup and the consistency we've now been able to bring over the last
what are your thoughts on the form of Saim Ayub? He's been struggling a while, not scoring runs. Yet he's still the part of playing 11. How are you giving him the confidence, and what the talk you have been with Saim Ayub?
Yeah, I've had a few conversations with Saim. Firstly, I think this is what our team has done so well, so unique. I think, as everyone remembers, Usman Khan, first 8 games, struggling. Last 2 games, won us a game. Then, performed really well, performed well today. So I think that's the art of a tournament. Players don't lose. Creates performances, and even today, that innings today, I'm sure is going to change the next 2 games for Saim. And our conversation was just, he's no longer that young kid. He's an experienced player. He's got many facets to his game. He can attack, he can defend, he can read the game well. And the only thing I said to him is just keep trusting your ability and keep trusting yourself, because it will click and you'll win us the game. And it's not going to matter about the PSL performance if he wins us the final. That's what.
How do you describe Jason Gillespie, his techniques and especially his experience in Pakistan as a coach? How would that?
Sorry, who is the person? Jason. Yeah, I think it's everyone. I think it's all our support staff, the overseas support staff and the local support staff. I think everyone's had such a big impact on, once again, the individuals and making sure they're prepared, they're confident, they understand what we need to do. And Jason's just really facilitated that really well. He's allowed guys to be able to do their roles and their jobs really well. I think that's his best asset is being able to read the room and understand what is needed. And I think he's done that wonderfully well. And to all our support staff, from massage to sidearm to everything. It's just such a
Marnus, we have seen Usman Khan batting in the second phase. In the first phase, he was struggling a bit like the other players of Hyderabad. What your advice and the coach advice? Score quickly and scoring centuries. What's your take on it? And we see him trying against Peshawar Zalmi, and now he's the man who took you in Eliminator 1.
It's going to be a long answer, this. Firstly, on Usman Khan, I think the really impressive part about him is the most important part, I think, when you're having a form slump is to recognise it. And I just said to him, brother, that's what it's about, team, right? We've got to, the rest of the team were able then when he came good, you know, now there's a few other guys that aren't scoring as well. So it's just such a great team effort. And I think the only thing I've been really impressed is he hasn't really changed his batting at all. He stayed the same. He was confident from that first game against Moulton where he took it on in the first over, played some beautiful shots, and he was confident today. I think now that he's got some runs, he's just reading the game really well. And I think sometimes when you're not scoring runs, you don't necessarily read the game as well as you do when you're in form. And I think that's what he... You know, we probably that he has come with his death bowling, his consistency through the middle. You know, I love his character. I love his personality. Got a really good relationship with him, so it's been really nice to get to know him and be able to, you know, chat to him on the field and work out what's our best way to navigate different scenarios. So I've been super impressed with him, and yeah, hopefully there's 2 more games to go.
Hi, Marnus, it's Shakil Khatak here. What we should call Hyderabad, rise from the ashes, from zero to hero. And the other part that when Maxwell landed here in Pakistan, the Hyderabad changed their momentum and they were flying high. I mean, they were even untouchable and they are continuously winning the momentum. So what was the main reason? Either it was a...
I think one, it's probably a two-phase answer. I think obviously getting the likes of Glenn to join the side gives you that extra confidence, it gives you that extra depth. And but I think even before that, we had that really close loss to Zelmi. You know, defending 14 off the last over, and we probably should have won that game. But I think, and that was sort of the shift. I think we just showed that we could compete even when we weren't at our best. And in the other games, I think we got outplayed most of the time. You know, maybe that game against Moulton where we got 230 and they chased it. But apart from that, I think that gave us going right. We can still compete and we can still be in the game. And I think, you know, the combination of them getting Glenn in and you know, him having a quiet few games, but then, you know, like I said with Usman Khan, like I said with Glenn Maxwell, these guys, they're superstars. They're going to win you games. Same with Saim Ayub. You know, they're going to win you games. Because you know, big moments came. Usman Khan stepped up. Big moment came. Maxwell stepped up. KP stepped up when we needed it. It's been such a team effort, and that's why I'm so proud of this team. You know, I've seen the other teams, and we've been everywhere. You know, bowlers had a great day, the batters have had a great day, the bowlers have had some bad days, the batters have had some real bad days. So it's just been such a mixture, and yeah, that's why I just, you know, really enjoying being part of this team.
Marnus Mohammed is asked from Pak question. 4 out of 4 losses and then some decision. And obviously next week came in as well, and then the sort of comeback started. So apart from these visible changes, can you share with us, were there any other strategy plans or something like that that made this incredible comeback possible?
Yeah, I can share a little bit. I think it was purely on obviously the pitches we were playing on Karachi and the matchups of having 2 left-handers at the top and guys being able to bowl spin, you know, off spin on slow, tricky wickets with 2 left-handers was a bit tricky. That was the first decision that was made, and I think the rest of it then sort of fell into place. I think that shift gave us a little bit of momentum. It got me going a little bit in the tournament and allowed me to sort of be able to take the game on in the power. Yeah, so that's probably the first one. And the other one is probably just on a confidence side to keep empowering your team with with words and keep encouraging them to trust their skills and their ability and keep telling them that they're good enough to be here and we're good enough to win this tournament. And that's what we were saying when we were losing 4 games. You know, we were saying we are good enough to be here. Yes, it hasn't gone our way, but we've just got to keep trusting the process that makes us play well. And not getting too sucked in by the emotion of the losses, but let's go back to the process and what does it take for us to win? What do you need to do to help us stick to a process, and then the outcome takes care of itself. You know, if teams bat well or bowl well against us and we've stuck to our process, that's so be it.